my birthday weekend in the mountains in under 3 minutes. By the time we got to the area, we were pretty hungry, so we checked Yelp, and this was one of the best rated restaurants. But you guys, this food was so bland. The best thing about it was this queso frito on top. That was pretty tasty, but afterwards we headed to the park, and the fog was unreal. I was worried we wouldn't be able to enjoy any beautiful views, but something about this first trail we took must have set the tone for the day because the sun started to come out. It had like a little enchanted forest vibe. And because it was so foggy, there were barely any people here. So we kind of had the park to ourselves. It felt like we didn't run into anyone else on the trails. But after that, we just kind of chased the sun. Any beautiful overlooks that we saw, we would stop and enjoy. But our friend, the fog, was never too far behind. We were here at this overlook for maybe a minute before it was completely overtaken by the fog. But Will did spot this little water area that he found on the map that we were able to visit the next day, which was pretty fun. But the views when we did have the sun were absolutely gorgeous. This was one of my favorites of the day. We were here after the peak of the fall foliage, but you could still see little pops of oranges and reds, and mixed in with the fog, it was beautiful. I could have stood here all day, but this was a very quick sunset. After that, we went to our favorite pizza place, Dr. Ho's Humble Pie. They had a 40-minute wait, so we went to this little shop in the area while we waited, and they had tons of homemade sauces and preserves and cheesecakes, and we definitely grabbed a few. But this is the menu. We got this Fat and Sassy cheese bread, which is the best cheese bread both of us have ever had. It's like its own pizza. Will had the humble pie, and I had the Annie Oakley with white sauce. Amazing pizza. The chicken is unreal tender. After that, we went to our Airbnb. It was late, and we were so tired, and we were checking out the next day, but it was really cute. My hair was completely wrecked from all the fog and humidity. It was so dry, so tangled. And as a reminder, this is what my birthday hair looked like just a few days before. I definitely should have kept up with my plan to keep it braided and moisturized at night, but I ended up going to bed with it in a damp bun, which I totally regretted when it was time for me to detangle. But this is the next morning with the view from our Airbnb. I think this is on like 53 acres. Awesome, awesome place. Afterwards, I had breakfast. We had some of our desserts, and I had more of my pizza. There's my little cutie bear. Afterwards, we headed out on our last adventure. We went to a couple more trails. This was the watery area that Will saw when we were in the park the day previous, and we just had a really good time. After that, we had to visit this place we saw on the way up, Licking Hole Creek in Goochland, Virginia. I'm not joking. I'm not joking.